What's up, everybody? It's me, Sergio, with Mobility Direct, and today I want to tell you about the Super Handy Tugger mobility scooter. It's a three-wheel scooter, 330-pound weight capacity. It's super powerful, and I use it all the time around the property to do all kinds of projects. I recently just built a corral for my goats, and I was using this thing left and right. Check it out. We're going to come close with the camera. It's full of all my tools. In fact, when we were setting the posts for the concrete for the corral, I loaded this thing up with close to 1,000 pounds of concrete bags, and it towed it no problem. What's even cooler about this thing is the price tag. There's no other scooter as powerful as this that's as affordable as this model. Not even close. Not even in the same ballpark. Now, if you want to get pricing and you want to learn more about this product and all of our products, make sure you claim a copy of our free product catalog. It's got exclusive discount codes and a ton of information about our company. If you want a copy, just go to our website, mobilitydirect.com. Click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog. Fill out the simple short form that you're seeing on the screen now, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. You could also just call the number below, speak with one of our non-commissioned sales experts. They're friendly, they're not pushy, they're just here to answer the questions that you have and to recommend a product that's right for your needs and your budget, most importantly. So the Super Handy Tugger, again, can support up to 330 pounds. It's not too heavy. It weighs just under 140 pounds. Now, if you want to see full specs, I'm going to put them on the screen at the end of the video, and pay attention because somewhere at the end of the video, I'm going to put a hidden message on the screen. If you spot it, it's going to give you access to an exclusive discount code to save you big on your next purchase. Now let's go for a ride. So first things first, the seat itself is pretty darn comfortable. It does adjust forward and back. It does not have height adjustment. There's a power switch on the right-hand side, and you're going to see a sticker that tells you it can tow up to 2,600 pounds. Pretty impressive stuff. Now the tiller is tilt adjustable, but you need to remove those 2 bolts and nuts to adjust the tilting angle of the handlebar assembly. It does have a pretty easy to use bicycle style grip with a battery meter that's activated by a push button and a thumb pad for the throttle to move forward. There is a brake lever on the left hand side. It does have disc brakes with a lock, forward and reverse switch, and then an on and off switch to power on the unit at the handlebar as well. Now the handlebar assembly is height adjustable as well. There's a little bicycle seat style clamp right underneath the handlebars so you can adjust the height up and down, which is pretty convenient. So again, you've got the tilt adjust feature and the height adjust feature. I will say that the scooter has a lot of foot space. I wear a 12.5 size boot, and I've got plenty of foot space to put my feet around the tiller column right next to the suspension coils. I'm about 6 foot tall, 210, 215 pounds, give or take, and I feel very comfortable riding it, especially with the smooth ride that the suspension provides. All right, folks, so we're gonna go over towards the canal where it's literally just preserve land and it's rough. All right, folks, so we're in the preserve land here. This is basically the most rugged terrain in all of the property. I'm gonna go up this big bump here where we bulldozed some of the dirt to make a little ravine for water and flood control. And then I'm gonna come back down here, and all of this is rough. Look, we've got big ass tree stumps, big old ditches here, and I'm just gonna see how it performs. I think it's gonna make it, but let's see if it struggles and if the wheels and the tires don't spin out. Let's see, because there's a lot of loose sand. All right, now one thing to keep in mind, this is a 3-wheel scooter, so be careful, you can tip it over. All 3-wheel scooters are prone to tipping. Okay, 4-wheel scooters are a lot more stable, but with a 3-wheeler, you're gonna have a lot sharper of a turning radius. So you just wanna take it slow and not lean the opposite directions. I got stuck on a little bit of a branch there. I'm gonna reverse it a second, spin this way, and just make the turn possible here. So let's see. Wow, I'm surprised it didn't get stuck there. It's a lot of sand here, but it's doing it. It's moseying through. I'm gonna turn around and do it again. I was kind of expecting the wheels to spin out in the sandy areas, but it's pushing through with these large tires. Look at that. Huh. Told you it could tip over, and this is very uneven terrain. I don't recommend doing this, folks. This is just a torture test for me to show viewers what it's made of as far as going over some of the most extreme terrain. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. But as you can see, it held up to the extreme terrain torture test. Approved. Thumbs up. Now this thing's got plenty of ground clearance, big old tires. I'm gonna go and see if I could just mow over that grass that's like 2 feet tall. Pretty sure I can. Obviously, it's not a question about the power. I just want to see how the ground clearance performs, because that is something that a lot of customers are concerned about. I hope there's no rattlesnakes in here. Oh, tipped over a little bit. There's a big tree stump there, but no problem. It made it. All right, folks, we're gonna do the log test. If you follow our YouTube channel, you know what that is. Don't try this at home. I know what it is. We need more speed. All right, folks, don't try this at home. This is the log ramp test. If you've seen our other videos, we do this all the time. That's like a 10-inch log, probably 12 inches off the ground in height. I'm gonna try and jump it like a Evel Knievel ramp. It's dangerous. You shouldn't try this at home, but we just want to torture this thing and see what it can do. Whoa! That was awesome. All right, so obviously, folks, there's no point in trying that. I just felt like doing something fun, and this is what I do. This is what our YouTube channel is about. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Not only can you win a free mobility scooter by subscribing, but by subscribing, you're supporting the channel. And supporting the channel means we can do more donations. If you didn't already know, we donate mobility scooters all the time to people that are in need. A lot of these folks are homeless or just struggling to get around with a walker, a cane. Some of them are amputees. They can't afford a mobility device, so we show up and we gift them one. Part of every sale goes towards funding that movement. So when you shop at Mobility Direct, you're not only going to get the best prices, tax-free sales, and the best support in the industry, you're also going to be contributing towards that next giveaway. So spread the word. Together, we can make a difference, one mobility device at a time. Now, I will tell you one of the cons, because this is such a torquey scooter and motor, it's kind of slow. It goes about 4 miles per hour. So if you need something fast, this ain't going to be it. But with that being said, there's plenty of pros to it.
Now, one other thing that you might consider a con, depending on what kind of tools you have, is the fact that it does require a proper air compressor with a tire inflation head to inflate the tires, and because they are air inflatable tires, they are prone to getting punctures. Whether you have nails or some sort of sharp objects that penetrate the tire, you will have to do some tire patching occasionally. So that may be a con. If you don't want something with maintenance, you may want to consider something that has flat-free tires. With that being said, air inflatable tires give you a smooth ride. So I will say that this scooter has an extremely smooth ride because of the air inflatable tires and the front suspension. Now that's going to wrap up this video. If you have any other questions, give our non-commissioned sales experts a call or visit one of our stores. We're not just an online business. We offer tax-free sales and free shipping throughout the continental United States, and we have discounts year-round. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.